Oh, the labyrinth has hurt me. I'm in an oubliette. It was pretty dope.
How did Labyrinth stand up?
Held up well, man.
Yeah.
Held up well. Jennifer Connelly, like, you watch that movie, it's a tough role that she had to play. Because I've given her shit about other movies. Not to her face where I'm like, hey, Connelly, come here.
Yeah, it's me again.
But this
Today, career opportunity.
Yeah, what were you thinking? Get out of my face. Nice boobs.
Just to make her feel better.
Yeah, I want to send her away empty-handed. A little something for the
Let
effort.
me prop you up after I knock you down.
I know you got an Oscar and all of it. This'll help. She did have a tough job in that movie, man. She was a fucking child acting opposite like puppets. And David Bowie, who it's like the puppets are more believable than David Bowie.
Yeah.
And she had to do it all straight face and shit. At that time in her life when she was probably like, all I want to do is kiss boys and masturbate.
I really wish that's what Labyrinth was.
She's like, why are we doing this, Mom? Why do I have to talk to this puppet? I just want to fucking touch it. Flip my bean. She's like, you're making Labyrinth. You get in there and you talk to that puppet.
Make me believe it.
Ludo's sad. Oh, shut up. Oh. That was weird, man. I forgot Ludo was a rock caller. That's his natural ability. The big dude who was like their Chewbacca. Who was a Ludo's sad.
Yeah. He was a rock caller?
Yeah, like he could call rocks to his aid. When we first meet him, he's hanging upside down and he's being like tortured by these dudes.
Oh, the little guys. Yeah.
And he starts calling rocks. He's like, oh, and a rock rolls up to Jennifer Connelly and she sees it and throws it and then he does it again. Another one comes to her. So he has power to call the rocks. And then at the end, like that's how they when they get in the Goblin City.
Yeah.
That's how they take all that shit down because they're facing hordes of the Goblet Army. And there's only a few of them, Scott. And it's like Jennifer Connelly, a Chewie-like figure who's benign, but has the power to talk to rocks, which is strange. There's a dog.
Yeah.
On another dog. Yeah. What did you say? He's a puppet?
Wasn't the dog a puppet?
They're all fucking puppets, Scott. It's fucking, this is Henson world, man. Why are you walking to Henson's house? It's just like, am I real or am I a puppet?
I'm like, you're Jim Henson.
No, it was little Sir Didymus, and he rides on a dog who sometimes is a sheepdog and sometimes he's a sheepdog puppet.
Yeah. I remember.
And then, so they're all trapped.
Part of it was a real dog.
Yeah, sometimes they use shots of a real dog, and sometimes it would literally swap out.
It was that shot where it was like a real dog, and then they kind of just strapped the puppet on there. Yes. And he was like,
and it's only you hear him from the back, and you're on the back of Sir Didymus. He's like, "Riding on brothers, yes," or something like that. And you're like, "That's
right into the house."
I'm like, that ain't happening. Yeah. This ain't real.
This is bullshit.
Up until when he was pointing a cane at me and talking, that was real.
You're hitting the guy next to you.
It's like, right?
What the fuck?
Full of shit, right?
I'll buy the rock talking, but
for the last time for me and the Muppets, I'll tell you that much. So full of shit. Every time. I hope they'll just put a little truth in their work, but no. Goddamn puppets riding other puppets and dogs. Hate this shit. It was a fun watch. It was totally cool, and I was with it the whole step of the way. I maybe nodded out for like 10 minutes at one point. Got a little boring. When she goes and starts dancing in the ballroom sequence, you're like, wrap this up. Then they get back to the good shit. But it was a pretty sweet flick, man. I did enjoy the hell
What was the
of
song?
it.
Wasn't there a song?
So many songs, Scott. I had that album. There's Labyrinth. The main song is It's Only Forever. It's not long at all. Don't make me sing the whole thing. No one can blame you for running away. God, what was the chorus? Down in the underground.
Oh, okay.
You'll find someone new. Ah, fuck, I forget the rest. But what is the name? It's only forever. It's underground. Daddy, get me out of here. And there's a big piano.
Yeah.
And then it sounds like a gospel.
Now I'm with it. Yeah.
There's that song. Then there's a song, As the World Falls Down. That's during the dance sequence when they're at the masquerade. As the world falls down. Sleepy song. That put me to sleep.
That's
like David Bowie lulled me to sleep. I was already
Sung you a little lullaby.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's awesome. And he was wearing such tight pants, Scott. That was the thing I hadn't remembered at all.
Ready for it?
No, I was not prepared. I was looking at the screen. I'm like, this motherfucker is pouring out of his pants at this little girl. Like the whole movie. No wonder she's so scared. It's like a stranger shows up in your room with an obvious erection. Starts telling you like I'm taking your brother. You're like, oh my God. I would literally shoot myself. I'd be so scared. I was like, no good will come of this.
End of movie.
Credits. He's just standing there holding the baby, covered in blood.
I thought this would be more of a challenge.
Yeah, he's like, wow, that was easy. I wonder if the neighbor's kid Labyrinth is that stupid. Yeah, boy, that's
that's the scaredest boy I've ever seen in my life.
Terrified, shaking, sweating visibly.